10.
Chris Ingram, Lukasz Habaj and Alexei Lukanuk, who will be crowned the ERC 2019 champion. Welcome along to Hungary. The final countdown is on of the 2019 ERC season when it comes to an end with a brand new rally, and the fight for the title is fierce as ever. Welcome to northeast Hungary, and after the sun and dust in Cyprus, the ERC heads to the northeast part of the country for the season showdown. And new to the ERC calendar, this tricky tarmac event will crown the 2019 champion. Fog and muddy roads await Ingram, Habaj and defending champion Alexei Lukanuk for the quest for the ERC title. But before serious matters got underway, they called in for a coffee to discuss the three-way title fight.
Welcome to my coffee shop.
Coffee shop. Hello, dude.
How are you?
Some Irish coffee for me, please.
Yeah, for me too. Maybe without coffee. I just wanted to take off some pressure of you guys this morning and
You over-exceeded our expectations, actually. I thought a small innocent accident between you on the road section would be very good for me, but you retired too fast, so I hope you can do it in the rally.
I didn't retire yet, so we don't know.
So who's going to be ERC champion?
I don't know, strange season. We scored normally only 2 rallies out of 7 so far, so...
I can't believe I'm leading the championship
Luck.
season.
I actually had the first part of the season was really good,
Yeah.
and then I think Rome was changed things, and I started to have some bad luck and doing some mistakes.
We started from Italy, no?
Yeah.
I was pushing too hard and I drove slower. Until Barham, I tried to relax so much, and then I got the driving back. But I felt like I was driving slow just because I'd relaxed. Before I was putting too much pressure on myself and I was slow.
When I think how fast you have to go through this forest section, I'm getting scared. But then when I get to the rally car, I don't feel that anymore. So
the gravel section's going to be unbelievably tricky.
Bombastic, yeah.
what's the plan for the tires for you guys?
I can be honest with you, I made a mistake with these slick tires. I thought it would be not that slippery and not that muddy.
But I was on slicks too.
No, I think we need to use full wet tires because otherwise it can be quite dangerous.
On these open sections it's gonna dry up and you think they will survive?
I think you can stay in the forest and do not reach the dry parts with the slicks. So
True.
Definitely the choice
Road tire.
for the safety. Yeah.
And for you?
Yeah, safety. I like to drive on wet tires anyway.
So good luck, guys.
Good luck. Wish you all the best.
Thanks for the coffee.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Thanks.
guys.
It was nice. Good
Yeah,
luck.
nice chatting to you. I think.
Stay strong.
Yeah.
Don't push too hard.
So with the pleasantries over, the three-way title fight is underway for our season contenders. Philip Mares, missing Cyprus, the ERC1 junior champion, is back in Hungary to claim his first of 2 ERC starts he earned for winning his title, and he's pretty ambitious.
It would be nice, definitely, to be in top 5, maybe in top 3, but the competition is very tough. There are a lot of local drivers, fast local drivers, and yeah. But on the other side, it's a new relay almost for everyone in ERC. So I hope I will be competitive, and we will see what will the result be at the end of the relay.
And ERC regular and 4-time Hungarian champion Norbert Herzig, or Norby, wants to shine in front of his home crowd on the tricky roads on his home soil here in Hungary.
This is a tarmac rally, but a little bit not typical tarmac rally, because a little bit mixed, because some stage has more gravel part, and because of the rain, this part will be a little bit dangerous. I hope that we will be able to reach the podium.
Other local drivers aiming to shine here, a double ERC2 champion Tibor Erdi Jr., the 2018 Rally Hungary winner Andreas Hadek, and the 2019 Hungarian Rally champion Ferenc Benez. But rain was absolutely pouring down on Friday, and the start order selection and ceremony in the centre of town had to take place inside the mayor's office rather than on the podium because of the inclement conditions, so everybody hastily moving inside into the mayor's office to get the start order selection underway. On very muddy roads here in Hungary, starting position is very important. Chris Ingram was fastest in the qualifying session, and the championship leader, he chose to start second after cleaning the road. Alexei Lukanuk decided to go first for the Russian rocket. He was brave to go and see what was all like to open up the stages on day number 1. Local driver Norbert Herzig, 4th place just behind Philip Mares, starting on the event. And then the rain stopped in the evening for the opening ceremony in the centre of town, and the crowd came out in their numbers to cheer on their favourites over the start ramp, flagging them off and down to the first super special stage in the evening, down at the Rallycross track for stage number 1. So with a water wall and a big jump proving to be very spectacular side-by-side slot car racing style for stage 1 to get the season finale underway. Thousands of spectators lining the banks of this Rallycross track. It was a good start, but then back out. Lukanuk was fastest in stage 1. Overnight and then into the stages proper. Big drive north on day number 1. 2 hours drive up from the town up to the stages before coming back down to service and doing it all again in the afternoon. The season showdown is underway. Norbert Herzig, the first local driver, 4th on the road this morning. Tough start with a puncture and intercom problems in stage number 2. Herzig going much better in stage number 3 and stage number 4. Finishes the morning loop in 7th position, 1 minute and 3 seconds behind the rally leader. As for Tibor Erdi, the double ERC2 champion, is looking for first points in the ERC this season. No problem in stage 2, but has a spin in stage number 3. That was his first warning. Damages the suspension in stage 4 after hitting a hay bale, and that is day number 1 done for Tibor. Damaged suspension, had to retire from the first day on his home soil. Welcome back to the ERC. This is the season showdown. Round 8 of 8 of the FIA European Rally Championship. And front runner Callum Devine, the 2019 Irish Tarmac Rally champion, is one to watch this weekend. With 1 win in that series and 2 podiums, he's discovering the new i20 R5 here, and a consistent drive in stage 2 and stage 3. Only problem for the morning was stalling at a junction in stage 4. But a solid drive for the 2019 ERC1 junior champion Philip Mares, straight into the stages, fresh out of the blocks this morning. Despite almost 3 months without competing, he scored 2 top 3 finishes in stage 3 and stage 4. Good drive for him. Finishes the morning loop 4th overall and hopes for a better run in the afternoon.
For the first time for me in these conditions, and I am really enjoying the driving. Car is working very well, and it's nice. I hope we can even improve afternoon, and I'm really looking forward to the second passes.
Okay, look.
Also, I expect it would be much worse.
Vinez local Hungarian star, driving the Skoda Fabia. Fastest for him in stage number 2. 4th quickest in stage number 3 this morning. And then 2nd fastest in stage number 4, despite a puncture. Getting that sorted at the end of the stage. The best Hungarian driver so far, 2nd overall after the morning's loop. As for Łukasz Habaj, off the road on free practice 1 the previous day. Habaj having to start 17th on the road, missing the qualifying stage, and still struggling. The roads are so dirty here in the vineyards. Habaj is out of the stage and struggling away.
Got stuck in mud on some hairpin, you know, the road was so destroyed that I was drifting and I couldn't start, you know, after the hairpin, so lost a lot of time there. But yeah, car is good, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the rally.
Remember, even though these stages look so dirty and so polluted for the competitors here, it's November for the final round of the season. Drivers running on tarmac tyres instead of gravel. Even though there are gravel sections in the stages, championship leader is in the best position to win the title here this weekend. Doesn't need to take any unnecessary risks for Chris Ingram. Still scored 3rd place in stage 2, 2nd in stage 3, and doing quite good. Big push for him for the podium today.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just not taking any risks. I'm driving so carefully. Maybe a little bit carefully, but we know we've got, you know, we can go much faster. The position's okay at the moment, so yeah, it's going to plan.
Okay. So the plan is this weekend to finish on the podium, yeah?
Win the title, whatever it takes, that's the only goal.
We'll find out that later in the programme with how Ingram calculates winning the title using the points. 3rd in the championship for the Russian Rocket. He has to score big points this weekend to have any chance to claim that title for a 2nd season. Remember, Alexei Lukyanuk won the 2018 title. Not a big fan of these road conditions. Still leading the rally, dominating at the moment at the top.
Every stage is different, so we cannot find the universal solution for everything. So yeah, it's good experience, but still it's a big drama to drive here because you're not getting fun. You're just trying to avoid ditches and trees.
So everybody having to avoid ditches and trees. Lukyanuk, after the morning loop of stages, is 20.7 seconds ahead of the local Hungarian driver. Ingram's in 3rd. Coming next, we have a challenging morning loop completed. Drivers will face even dirtier roads in the afternoon when we attack the stages for a 2nd time round. Will Lukyanuk maintain the lead? Will Habaj catch him? Will Ingram continue to manage his position? This is the season showdown. The title fight is on. Day 1 of Rally Hungary has served up plenty of drama, but before we go back to the big boys on ERC1, let's see the action unfold with the other competitors. In ERC2, Andrea Nucita from Italy. ERC2 championship was won by Juan Carlos Alonso in Cyprus, but the runner-up position is still up for grabs. And Nucita, piloting the Arbath 124, had a problem in stage number 1, reporting electrical issues. So that left it open to Darius Polonsky in the identical equipment. Had a puncture in stage 2, and he dropped 4 minutes and was leading the Arbath Rally Cup. But had to retire in stage 5 with oil pressure problems. That met Nagy, driving the Mitsubishi Evo 10. Took the title lead there in ERC2, took the category lead in ERC2, should we say. Suffered technical problems in stage 5 and a puncture as well, and had electrical issues and had to retire from the day. Miklos Simos, another Hungarian driver, had to retire in the Czech Republic 2 months ago, and he was leading his class after he had bad luck and had to crash in stage 4. That was him out of the rally. Disappointment for the local in ERC3. Orhan Ojoglu, a regular face on the ERC this season, is in the R2 class for the final finale here Turkish driver crashed in stage 4, causing him to retire. Big blow to Toksport, who put Orhan here to take points for the team. Nabila Teja from the UK, current ERC Ladies Champion leader, 4th overall in her category and struggling on leg 1 in the tough conditions. And also Ekaterina Stratieva from Bulgaria, braving the mudding conditions in her R2 car as well. 3rd overall and top of the ladies class, hoping to claim the overall title here this weekend, despite sliding off the road. Marianne Griebel, former teammate to Chris Ingram when they were over at the Opel team driving the Opel Adams a few years ago. Again, Griebel's been drafted in by Toksport to win the ERC Championship for teams this weekend, having gear shift problems in the stages this morning. Eric Seitz won all of the afternoon stages, leading the ERC 3 category by nearly 5 minutes, despite a penalty for a time infringement in the morning. The overall ERC 3 title was won by Eflan Lorena in Cyprus, but Seitz is winning for the runner-up position here. Back to ERC 1 and some of the other contenders. Nicholas Meyer-Meyerhoff, the birthday boy from Austria today, had a difficult stage number 2. He had to retire in stage number 3 with gearbox problems in his Ford Fiesta. As for Paulo Nobre from Brazil, always out surviving on leg number 1 and had a very challenging stage number 4. Albert von Thurnen Taxis is never used to such slippery conditions. The former GT driver felt sometimes he lost the pace, but he managed to finish leg 1 without any issues. Wow, busy day. But let's see what the afternoon's loop was in store with our title contenders. The dirty roads and the darkness falling. The challenge was even greater in the afternoon. Stage 5, 6 and 7. Coming up with the crazy fans out in the countryside. Now for the first appearance of Sean Johnson in a four-wheel drive R5 car. Teammate to Alexei Lukanuk, 2 punctures didn't take his pleasure away from the R5 car.
Yeah, just not a lot of confidence, just trying to get to the end of the day without doing anything stupid, and so yeah, we were able to do that.
So to summarize your first day in total with this car.
Oh my god, I absolutely love it.
So Sean Johnson happy with the new R5 car. He's been piloting the R2 car all season. As for Norbert Herzig, problems for him, big dramas as we can see here. Front right puncture, struggling in the stage there, frustrating leg 1 for him. Finishes the day 7th overall, the 3rd fastest Hungarian at the end of the day. Vinez, the 2019 Hungarian champion, wasn't so lucky after his puncture in stage number 5. Unfortunately, he had to retire in stage 6 because his engine was overheating, so that was him done for the day. As for Andreas Haddock, drama also hit him. He was the winner here last year when this event was run, as it's a candidate event for the ERC this year. The afternoon started well for him, with a 4th place in stage number 5 and 6 fastest through in stage number 6, but disaster struck him at night as he crashed in the last stage of the day. But the biggest victim of leg number 1 was title contender Łukasz Habaj. He was very satisfied with his car. He aimed to increase his pace in the afternoon, but unfortunately lost everything in stage number 6 with a puncture that led to power steering damage, suspension damage, and then that forced him to retire. His title hopes are over for 2019. Callum Devine, though, lost lots of time. He had to stop in stage number 5 to change a tyre after a puncture, but his consistent drive today in stage 6 and stage 7 brought him back to 5th position overall at the end of leg number 1. Back on board, watching Philip Mares, the 2019 ERC1 Junior Champion, winning that with Chris Ingram by 0.3 of a second on the Barham Rally, taking that title. This is a prize drive this weekend. Made a mistake in stage 7 that lost him 3rd position in the rally, but he finishes leg number 1 in a frustrating 4th place and plenty of bush in the front of the car.
Yeah, it was my mistake. I was too wide in slippery place under braking and hit something in the grass. But yeah, it was a slow puncture, and it was a problem maybe for last 4 kilometers with the flat tire. But okay, we are here, and another long day ahead us.
As for Frigyes Turan, this error allowed the local hero to climb up the provisional podium. A great drive by the Hungarian. He was 2nd fastest in stage number 5, 5th fastest in stage number 6, 3rd quickest in stage number 7, and 3rd overall after leg 1. And just over a minute behind the rally leader. Good drive for him today.
To be on the top 3, I think it's in the European Championship, I think it's something really special, so we are very happy to be here.
Left over 100, wet. Just 3 left, okay, opens.
Muddy roads and a brave tyre choice for Chris Ingram. The championship leader in the afternoon only put 2 slick tyres on the front of his car, playing a gamble. But however, that gamble paid off. He was fastest in stage number 5 and finishes 2nd position at the end of leg 1, despite suffering a puncture at the end of stage number 7.
Shame about that puncture. I don't know where we got it, but I was actually quicker with the puncture than I was on this morning, this stage.
Rally leader Alexei Lukanuk also lost time due to a puncture in stage number 5. The Hungarian roads biting back here. Really polluted, lots of debris being pulled out from the cuts in the stages. However, Alexei recovered quickly, winning in stage 6 and stage number 7. Keeps the lead of the rally, but it's a long way to go on leg number 2.
Actually, we start to thinking about tomorrow, how to survive if it will be raining. I don't know, dear me, because even here in dry, it was all day shining.
So at the end of a very challenging leg number 1, only 2 title contenders remain, and they are leading Rally Hungary, with Lukanuk staying ahead of Ingram. With Habai out in leg 1, it's now a 2-man battle for the title, and with rain forecast on Sunday, more drama is likely to unfold on leg 2. So Lukanuk or Ingram, who will win? Find out after the break. After fog on leg 1, heavy rain showers on the roads of Rally Hungary on day 2. It's the final round of the season. It's not only mud, but it's also standing water that is going to challenge the drivers on the stages today. The last day of the season looks like this, with 7 stages for this very last day of the championship, with 10 and 14 being the same stages as stage 4 and 7 on day 1, but run in an opposite direction. And then there's a city stage just to keep everyone happy before the service point. However, drama hit early, with the first victim of the day being ERC1 junior champion Filip Mares. Power steering issues prevented him from being at the start of stage number 8, and that was his prize drive out of the way as he had to retire from the event before the first stage of the day. So it was left for a difficult task to open the road for the German driver Albert von Thurman Taxis. It was all about surviving today, with lots of standing water and puddles to slither around on. The former GT circuit racer said this was the toughest rally he's ever competed on the ERC. As for Callum Devine, the Irish driver, this weather feels a little bit more like home. In the fight for 4th place with local hero Norbert Herzig piloting the i20 R5, big scare for him for Callum in stage number 5. He spun 5th overall at the end of the morning loop. Dropping vital time there with this silly little mistake and a slip and a slide in stage number 5.
Keep the cool.
You exaggerate sometimes, you need a boat in places, but like there really was it's crazy. I never seen so much water in my life.
Four-time Hungarian rally champion was attack mode on day number 2, but after stalling at the start of stage number 8, he stayed out of trouble in the following 3 stages. Norbert Herzig climbs up to 4th overall after the morning loop. Unbelievable amounts of rain on the stages here through the vineyards. Norby struggling to keep it on and pointing in the right direction. Frigyes Turan, local driver in the photograph, was 3rd here on last year's candidate event, but doing even better in the ERC with a provisional 2nd place overall. He's fastest in stage 9, the longest stage of the rally, but was quite angry at the end of the very drowned stage number 10 after having an off on the stage. With the rain pouring down and a misted up windscreen, trying to get the car back pointing in the right direction on the stage, Turan was not happy with the conditions on his home soil.
This stage is not ready for the next loop because it's unbelievable, it's very dangerous and very too much water splashes. We already went into the field, but luckily we can come back. But I think it's very, very dangerous now.
100.
And a rocky morning for Chris Ingram as well. The championship leader had a half spin in stage number 8.
Stage right off.
Chris and Ross very lucky to get away without damage at the end of that one. However, picked up a front right puncture in stage number 9. Forced Ingram to stop and replace the tyre in the stage. Made him lose around about 2 minutes. Provisional 2nd place for Ingram.
Yeah.
Still relaxed despite these issues and the weather. In this position, he should still be champion. We calculated that Chris Ingram has to finish 3rd position or higher this weekend to take the lead and the win of the title in 2019.
Clean 60. Max arrives.
However, with atrocious conditions out in the last stage of the loop, Ingram was doing well to nurse the R5 car to the end of the stage without going off.
Good run actually. Just tried to relax. In the last one we got a puncture. I've got no idea how we got it. We just need to keep going and keep cool, but that was good fun.
Still in the lead of the rally and hoping the other competitors would finish in front of Ingram, depriving him of big ERC points. Some issues were also for the defending ERC champion. No rear brakes working on the Citroen R5. At the very start of stage 8, he was still fastest in stage 10, 11 and 3rd quickest in stage 8 and 9. It's not easy to forget this stage. It was to be repeated in the afternoon loop as well. And the final test was supposed to run in the dark. Lukina nursing the Citroen home.
Двойной 60. Правый 1,50. Левый 1, направо 1,70. Левый 2+, скользко. 150.
So brake issues. Lukina also taking it easy here. Still out in front though.
No, we live with that. It's really annoying, and really dangerous. But I want to say hello to organizers. They should cancel this stage. It's so dangerous, and it's no point to race like that.
So despite Lukanuk catching up with Ingram in the stage because of his puncture, still out in front though by a comfortable 2 minutes over local boy Turan in second, Ingram lying in third at the moment. So the morning loop done and out of the way. The efforts switch back to the service park. The cars will be wiped down, head out again. Who's going to win the title, Chris Ingram or Alexei Lukanuk? The ERC Championship is going down to the wire in Hungary, while our title contenders head out to battle. It's time to catch up with some of the support categories here. We go on board with Darius Polonsky in the Arbath 124. The ERC2 class was led by Darius Polonsky on day number 1 before he retired after a crash on stage number 5, but unfortunately oil pressure problems meant that he had to retire again on the first stage on Sunday. As for Andrea Nucita, the championship was all wrapped up in Cyprus with Juan Carlos Alonso taking that, but big prize grabs this weekend in the Arbath Rally Cup. Polonsky's problems meant that Andrea Nucita took the €30,000 prize fund that was offered. Also won the ERC2 class here in Hungary. So that's the way ERC2 looks at the end of the season. Alonso winning that in Cyprus, Nucita second, Zelindo Meligari in third. In ERC3, Miklos Simos from Hungary returned to action after retiring on Saturday, won 4 of Sunday's stages to finish 4th overall in his class. Nabila Teja, the British driver, was leading the 8 ladies class until she hit a tree off the road and crashed big time. Hugo Magalhaes, her co-driver, and Nabila were both okay, but their championship ended right here in the mud in Hungary. That crash meant that Ekaterina Stratieva from Bulgaria only had to finish the rally to claim the ladies' trophy for the 3rd time. She seemed to enjoy the difficult conditions on the roads here and taking her 3rd ladies' title of the ERC in her career. Stratieva takes the silverware one more time.
Thank you to the team, because for first time I have so good car on rain condition, to my co-driver and to you that you make the championship. Thank you.
As for Marianne Griebel, the 2017 ERC1 Junior Champion was brought in by Toksport in an effort to secure the team's championship. Gear shift problems and a puncture on day 1 plagued Marianne's attack, but he still managed to finish the rally 2nd overall in the ERC2 class. That performance was enough to confirm that that was enough to cement Eric Sykes' position as ERC3 runner-up behind Efran Lorena, despite slipping and sliding the R2 Fiesta through the countryside here in Hungary. Survival conditions in ERC3. Lorena wins that class at the end of the season. Sykes is second, Ken Torn in third on 129 points. So the rain has calmed down a bit for the afternoon loop of stages, but the organisers have decided to cancel stage 14, the final stage of the event, after dramatic racing conditions in the morning stages. So only 2 stages remain for the afternoon. As for Paulo Nobre, Hungary was complicated for everyone and a tough struggle for the Brazilian driver as well. He crossed the line 11th overall on his final ERC round of the season. As for Sean Johnson, racing the R5 car for the first time, he brought the car home in 8th position overall, even ending the rally in style with a top 3 finish in stage number 13. We'll see more of Sean next year in that car, I'm sure, and Albert von Thurn and Taxis will be back for the next round next season. Starting in the Azores, very slippy conditions for him wrapping up the season. The German driver scored his second best result of the season, 7th through the event. So the final 3 stages of the event. Back to the fight for the win and the title at the top. Norbert Herzig, in that Polo, he's been driving it all season, consistent at the end of Rally Hungary. He was fastest in stage 12 with a puncture in stage 13. He wraps up the rally and his season 5th overall on his home event. Promising drive for Callum Devine, the first time we've seen him driving the R5 car here. He was fastest and quickest in stage number 13. He's coming back to the ERC next year in the 2020 championship. We'll see more of him. We first saw him a few years ago in the Circuit of Ireland in the junior championship on the ERC. As for Frigyes Turan, the most consistent driver of the rally, stayed away from trouble. Local knowledge helped him this weekend. Amazingly, he avoided any form of punctures in the stages. Very happy to race with the ERC regulars this weekend. And in stage number 12, it was a smooth and clean run for Chris Ingram and Ross Whittock.
80.
Chris is in a solid 3rd place overall, but doesn't know if he's got enough to claim the title at the moment. It's going to go down to the final stage of the event.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we need the day points or not.
Take anything you can get.
I think if we finish 3rd, then we've won by 1 point, but I need someone from the FIA to confirm.
All a little bit complicated inside the cockpit, so eyes down looking for Chris Ingram and also the other title contender, Alexei Lukanuk. Lukanuk needs to go all in the final 2 stages, but is disturbed by mechanical issues. His brakes aren't fixed after service.
Actually, it's the same problem with brakes as before. It's unbelievable, we changed everything, so absolutely frustrated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Max 1 left.
So it all comes down to the last stage of the last rally of the season, and everything seems to be going smoothly for Chris, the championship leader, into the last stage of the event.
Into 3 right plus. Into latest 3 left. Big don't.
However, as Chris Ingram comes to the end of the stage, front right puncture for Ingram. Ingram with a front right puncture. This puncture cost Chris a lot of time and drops him down to 4th overall in the rally. He had to finish 3rd or higher to claim the title. Lukanuk is closer than ever to win the rally and maybe his 2nd ERC title. But drama again. Lukanuk picks up a puncture in the stage. He has to stop to change it. An absolute nightmare finish for the Russian rocket. Propelling the Citroën to the end of the stage. Trying to do everything he can. Lukanuk is here. Ingram is down the road. Ingram is down the road. Let's have a look.
It's impossible to say anything. Yeah. You know, it's I don't say a word because no positive.
Can you sum up your 2019 season then?
Shit.
Can you just give Roger a call in the office? Let's have a quick look. Thanks. Thanks. Lukanuk is 2nd.
He's 2nd in the rally.
Yeah, he's 2nd, looking at 2nd on the rally. Both title contenders have lost a lot of time, and that makes the final calculation very difficult and a long, long wait for Ingram.
I hope we've done it so much.
You've put your life into this.
Yeah. I hope we've done it so badly.
131 for Lukanook, 142 for you, 142 for you.
We've done it.
Should we go with you've done it?
I don't know.
And with that, Chris Ingram is the 2019 ERC champion.
It's been a bloody hard road to get here. It's been such a hard year. I've not done this on my own. There's been so many people. None of it would have been possible. I've not done this. This is for everyone who's helped me. Ross has been unbelievable. You're the most reliable guy ever. I'm a complete dope, but Ross is the most focused person in the whole world. And the team have been absolutely amazing. The car's been perfect. Thank you so much to Serkan for making this happen. John Coyne, so many people.
Well done, Chris. Well done. Bring it in. Bring it in. And back at the service park, it was time to celebrate with Talksport for the team, for the ERC champion for 2019. The last time a British driver won this was in 1967. A hard-fought battle for Chris Ingram and Ross Whittock. So with the last twists and turns of the season, it all goes down to the wire, and the local driver, Frigyes Turan, he wins the rally here in Hungary, and he's the 8th different winner in as many ERC rallies this season. Alexei Lukanook drops down to 2nd overall. Callum Devine is 3rd position. Chris Ingram wraps up in 4th position off the podium, but takes the ERC title for this season. Disappointment for Lukanook, who finishes in 2nd despite winning the most stages here this weekend. And with this, it means that Sandslok clinch the team's title this year. But Frigyes Turan is on top for our first trip to Poland. What a season it's been as we've swept across Europe. 8 rounds, 8 different winners. Ingram is out on top with 141 points. Alexei Lukanook wraps up 2nd overall. Lukas Habai is in 3rd. Philip Mares in 4th in the championship. Norbert Herzig is in 5th. We've been right across Europe, from starting it out in the Azores to the heat of the summer sunshine in Italy and over to Cyprus. It's been a tough ERC season. Ingram is out on top. From all of us on the programme on the FIA European Rally Championship, thank you for watching this season. We'll do it all again in 2020 when we start in the Azores. But let's just soak in the atmosphere. Chris Ingram is the 2019 ERC champion.